6:18, we're going to shift gears. It is
Yes.
Monday, and for our healthy living topic this morning with Providence Mental Health, this morning we're going to talk about suicide.
That's right. And MTN's Tim Gazy sits down with lead clinician Wendy Bauer to find out why this topic is so near and dear to her own family.
Healthy Living is sponsored by Providence Mental Health.
I'm back at Providence Mental Health, and I'm going to introduce you to a very special guest and clinician here at the practice. Her name is Wendy. Wendy, I'm pleased to meet you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the time.
Thanks.
I have heard that you have a unique story. I'd like you to share it.
I do. I haven't worked for the last few years because I had to take some time off for some personal care because I had worked on the reservation in Flathead, and one of my 13-year-old students had committed suicide. And I thought that I had handled it perfectly well. And then some of the residual effects had come out, and it had been because my mother had also committed suicide when I was 7. And it was just one of those things that you don't realize that how much has it affected you until it pops its head up.
Yeah.
And so it had devastated the community, his friends, his teachers, his therapists, just everyone in the community, because it's a small, very tight-knit community. And I just had to take care of myself for a while. So it was just until I met Kevin and Providence Mental Health, I decided that I wanted to get back in, and I really do have a knack for helping people with suicide and the residual effects, which deals with, you know, there's the stigma that goes with it, the isolation, the depression. I mean, we know that Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the country. And so it's kind of a calling for me.
I can't even imagine how you would approach this as a therapist. There has to be a million reasons why someone would come to that point of despair. So I would imagine that there's a long period of time meeting with these individuals in diagnosis and finding out what the root issues are.
And just being able to acknowledge that there is a problem in your family, that you see someone that is dealing with some depression, and hopefully knowing that I might need to get this person in and see someone is probably number one.
Sure. So is that a word of advice to the rest of us?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah.
And get into Providence and get in, you know, we have so many great clinicians here, and we could help set up something, and then it starts with one person, but then it goes on to the family. And then we help in that instance.
Yeah, I love the family systems approach of Providence. So helpful in this situation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. We'll be right back.